Hey guys, this is Brian from truthaboutwatches.com, back with you today for a review of the Citizen Nighthawk. As you can see, this is the stainless steel version. I've only had it for a couple days, so this review is going to be pretty basic, but there's a lot to learn about this watch, and probably way more than I could ever tell you in this short review, but let's go over some of the basic features. It does come on a really nice bracelet, stainless steel bracelet from Citizen. It's one of the better ones I've encountered so far. It's really comfortable, and it sits pretty flat on your wrist because of this bracelet. Of course, the flat case back design doesn't hurt that any, but the bracelet's nicely weighted and kind of keeps it anchored. One thing I always thought when I looked at this watch, and maybe you guys did too, I always thought this metal rim here actually extended out past the crystal, like cupped the crystal. It actually doesn't. If you can see here, the crystal kind of sticks up past it, and I'm not sure how clear that is, but the crystal actually comes up above the bezel. It kind of makes this watch look like a Fortis watch almost. Kind of gives it that kind of feel. Of course, it does have the rotating slide rule bezel, which is moved by the 8 o'clock crown. As you can see here, see the bezel turning there. There's a really good link under the video reviews page from a person named Nick Oods on YouTube. He's got a really good review of how to use this slide rule. I've been doing some basic work with it, some division, multiplication. It's pretty cool. Kind of like amaze your friends a little bit. You can see here in the center of the dial is the 24-hour timer. And I'll try to get as close as I can without having it fade out here. The center hand, as you can see, is down here. It's almost to the, I think that's the 1300. I haven't looked in a while. Yeah, it's almost to 1300. So at the bottom of the little 24-hour dial, you see the little red airplane, and that's touching the 13. Now at the top, behind the hour hand, there's a little white airplane, and they're linked. They're on the same post. So during PM hours, this red airplane runs around the red numbers on the 24-hour dial. During AM hours, that white airplane runs around the inside white numbers on the 24-hour dial. It's a really cool design. It works really well, and just something you really don't ever see every day. A friend of mine sent me a really cool link kind of describing the face of this watch, and I'll post that up also. Just some really cool information. Then, of course, you have the normal time-telling hands. And as you can see, as I get closer, that article says some really neat things. Like, as you get up close to it, you see the smaller details kind of pop out. Then the further you get away from it, kind of like the big time-telling features stand out. Just a very intricate dial that works so well together. It does have a screw-down crown at 3 o'clock, and just a normal Citizen case back. I still get frustrated at times because Citizen's casebacks just seem to be really, I don't want to say cheaply made because I'm sure it's good material, but the engraving's really shallow. It's almost just like etched in there, with like a, I don't know, it looks like it's done with a very shallow needle, so just makes them look kind of cheapish. This watch is pretty thick. Nothing like a tool diving watch, but it's pretty thick. It does have a really nice Citizen clasp, and no dive extension, but I don't think this is meant to be a dive watch, so that's not really concerning me. It's just something I've been looking for lately after I've seen it on a couple other watches. Let me get ahead and get the flashlight out here, if I can find it, and we'll shoot the lume real quick. So far, this watch has been pretty accurate for me. As you may know from watching my other stuff, I'm kind of a stickler for the second hand stopping on all the marks, and it does. It's just off by less than the width of the actual second hand itself on a couple markers, which is no big deal. But it does touch every marker almost. And it's been keeping about 1 second slow. Just seems to always run 1 second slow. And that may be just the way I set it. I'm not sure, but for the past, I think it's 5 days, it's been just 1 second off the atomic clock. So let me kill the lights real quick. And you can see the Citizen blue lume there. Citizen's Natural Light compound is one of my favorites. I really like the blue. As a matter of fact, I kind of hunt watches now that have blue lume on them. It just really stands out for me. I think it's cooler than the green. As you can see, only the time-telling features are lit up at nighttime, which is all that's really important. So hang on 1 second. And some people would like to sometimes ask, what does the box come in? What comes in the box? This one comes in the little Citizen green cardboard cylinder thing. Not nothing like the Aqualands or anything like that. Just a typical green EcoDrive cylinder. You can see it's still lit up here as I turn the watch around, and the lights are on, shining right directly on the dial. So it's pretty good. A couple other things to note if you're going to pick one of these up. The watch sets strangely. You really have to read the manual. But let's go ahead and go over this real quick. When you unscrew the crown, the first click is the date and the hour hand, I think. I always get it mixed up, but yeah, that's right. Because the second click is the minute and the 24-hour hand. And let me explain that. The way they tell you to set the watch is to come out to the last click and rotate it around clockwise, which will turn the minute hand and the interior 24-hour timer hand. So you set the minute hand and the 24-hour hand to where you want them. Then you close the crown again, pop out to the first step, set the date, and then you set the second hand. I can't even speak. You set the minute. Oh my goodness gracious. You set the hour hand via the first stop on the crown. So let me say that again, since I know that made absolutely no sense. When you pull the crown all the way out, you get the minute hand and the 24-hour hand. Push it back in, pull out to the first stop, then you set the hour hand. As you turn the knob for the hour hand, there's a lot of play in the movement. So the hour hand will jump to from here it would go to 2, jump to 2. Then you turn the crown some more and it'll sit there for a second. You turn the crown some more and it'll jump to 3. And then turn the crown, jump to 4. So it's not broken. I've been looking at a lot of other people's reviews and write-ups, and it seems to be normal. So don't get too freaked out. Just take your time and turn slowly and just let it do its thing. But just so you know, the second stop on the crown does minute and 24-hour, and the first stop on the crown does the hour hand and the date. So it's just a very interesting setup. This movement kind of behaves strangely from what I've dealt with before, so I hope that made some kind of sense. I guess that's about it for today. This is really, really a cool watch, and I have to credit Mini Driver from WatchASeek and from YouTube. He gave me the recommendation for it, and I kind of had it on my Amazon wish list for a long time, and it's just really cool. So please pardon my dog barking in the background, and I will see you guys next time.